we were wild. I could identify with that the drama. We were like that ourselves in Mizoram. I am from Mizoram. Although I don't live there. As I said, most of my youth was in Kohima. Then I came down to Shillong. Then came down to Delhi. We are like this. We are. We are recognized now as somebody because I think to a large extent, maybe wholly, maybe not. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But I think if you look back, if you really look hard, I think it's because you embraced that religion and you became different. That is because our past, our history would have not led us to this hall right now. It would, a few of us would have come here in Delhi, and but most of us would have remained back, and then we may have done a lot of things which we would not want to write back home about. We may not have any development, we may not have anything to speak about our people. So, I feel, even though it may not be an appropriate thing, you should have left it to the pastors and all, but once you have embraced this religion and you say you have, you're reborn, it makes you different. Your education now becomes, it takes on a meaning. If you were educated without this religion, you would have used your education, your knowledge for something else. But because you have embraced this, it makes you different from other people. And I suspect, maybe I'm wrong, but in the future you might be persecuted also. So if you are weak, then you'll go back to your roots. And I hope you're not angry, but if you're weak and you drop your religion, you'll go back to your Modu and fighting. But now that we have embraced this and the education has made us aware of what we are and we have improved ourselves, we should go forward. This is what has been in my mind for a long time. We fight because that is what human beings do. As you saw in this, in the Bible, you might have read it also, you might not have read it, but human beings are sinful creatures from the birth. So naturally that is what we are without this religion. So however big you might become, if you forget that, then what will happen? You'll start envying the other person, you'll start hating the other person, and then you'll stop being what you are now. You'll go back to your natural, being. Natural beings will fight and will kill each other. So if you see very deeply, that is a trend sometimes if we forget what we have become. I also have not been here in this position right now because of whatever you might think that we were rich, we had this thing. No, it was not like that. We were poor. May not be like many of you, but we had some food we could eat, we grew, but we were poor. That's why I want to encourage everybody that material wealth is not really necessary for becoming somebody in life. And especially now when I see people coming to Delhi, a lot of our people from the northeast, that's why we have this unit in which I am the head. Our people, we tend to forget, and then we think we can do whatever we want. That's when we get into trouble. And every other person is there to take advantage of us, of each other actually, not only us. We feel victimized because we are in a group. But other people who are also not in a group are also being victimized. So we are a part of nature actually. So this unit which I am heading, was necessitated because we felt victimized. We are going to be victimized. But we should realize that if we remain what we are now, as good Christians, I don't think many of the things which we face will happen. But that's very difficult for most of us to adhere to, because sometimes we have to go out and sometimes we have to do work which other people don't do. We have to go out at odd hours, we have to come back at odd hours. But most of the time, we feel here in the police, somehow most of the time it would not have been necessary. We would not have encountered so many difficulties if we were keeping good behavior and all these things. So this, I hope I'm not boring you, but for newcomers especially, you have everything lined up. There's so many opportunities, so many things, so many materials for your education, so many avenues. At the same time, you'll have free liquor, free drugs, free everything. You can enjoy yourself unto death, or you can become somebody. So again, I'm feeling like I'm preaching. But that's how I've been preaching to my sons now. Unfortunately, I lost my wife in 2017 back home, so I'm like the mother and the father, so I know both sides. I can gossip like girls also. Now I've learned all those things, so I've become a little bit jumbled up, mixed up. So I don't know where I am now, what actually I am. Like a police officer, like I'm now a preacher. Sometimes, sarcastically, my friends used to call me pastor also, because half the time I'm preaching. And to my sons, I've become like a nagging mother or whatever is it. But I can't help it. So, when I see a group of Northeast people, you're all part of my community. I'm like one of you only. You're like one of us. And I see a lot of you resembling my sons only. Some of you are small, tall, fat, fair, thin. There's nothing different from my house, so I'm just continuing here. Freshers ke liye, this is for the freshers. People who have been here for a year would be really aware now what is happening in Delhi, the opportunities which are here. If you have not made it, that is because, as Mr. Misao had already said, first speaker had already said, you are indulging in so many things. When I prepared for the civils, And I'm telling you, it's civil service is open for everybody. What I used to tell my people is, you're not competing with everybody. You're not competing with everybody. 11 lakh applicants. You're not competing with them. You're competing with only 7.5% of the ST people. You're all STs, I think. Are you? You're not. You are. Only 7.5%. And who are the people you're competing? You're competing with whom? Some Mizos, Nagas, you're there. Meghalaya, tribals in Assam, Arunachal is there. You are also ST. And we are only competing with only things. So if you really put your heart in it, there's no way you cannot become, there's no way you can miss out on that. And you have to do that. You have to put your mind in that. Education, people are getting gold medals in Delhi. Our own people are getting gold medals, and last time there was one, this guy, he got a gold medal in economics. He's doing his further studies in, I think, London School of Economics, whatever, something like that. Because you are no less than any other person. Only thing is, you are indulging in so many things which are all of a sudden available here in Delhi. Everything is available. There's a particular road from AIMS, I think, AIMS to IIT. You know that road? Aurobindo Marg. Anybody knows? You've been there? Aurobindo Marg. You go there after 9:30 in the night up to 11:30. It's very, very, depressing. You can't stop it. I'm not saying that you should go and enjoy yourselves out there, but just for you to know. Don't end up out there. Try to avoid it. There's no need for you to go there. But a lot of times people are going there. You can have that, you can have drugs, you can have so many things. And what happens? These people are from the northeast only. And what happens? Our unit comes and helps. Mr. Mavia will come. So for freshers, the constraint from your family is all of a sudden missing. Your elders out here in Delhi are the only ones, and if you don't connect with them, if you don't go to church, you can do whatever you want, then you'll end up somewhere and we'll have to send you back home. Horizontal. Northeast youths, once in a while, we were noticed by everybody, like in the police, in the society. We are good at football, we are good at outdoors, we are good at fighting. And the airlines now have given us some concessions also. The ambulances have given us some concessions. Because we indulge in a lot of things which, at the end of the day, which you would not have expected. Human life is precious, but if you indulge in things wrong, that's where we end up. And it's very sad. So for people who have been here, you need not listen to what I said, you just listen back, you just forget what I said. But for the freshers whom I saw, you remind me of all the new people, all the fresh people who had to go back unintendedly, not in an upright position but in a horizontal way, packed in bags. I mean, I'm being very brutal, being very rough, but you know, this city offers a lot of things, and you have to be careful on that. This is what was in my mind as running around, and I was thinking whether to say it or not, but being what I am, I just spoke on that. As a community, you are here, and then your function was inaugurated by the pastor, and I think the end also, in between also you had the pastors pray for you. I think in the end also you'll end it with some pastors. I think, I'm not sure. We are what we are now because of God. It will begin and end. I'm quite old now, but one of your, I don't know, whom did I ask? He said, I look like 49. So I was quite happy. But you look quite young. I don't know if I look 49. But even I had opportunities. There are lots of things which we can do. But beginning and end of your life is with God. This function, you started with God, you'll end with God. You go back home, continue to do that. This is what will make you different from other people. That is all. Nothing I can say which will add to your knowledge. Nothing I can say which will make you a brilliant person all of a sudden. Nothing which I say which you have not already known. Except that whatever I have experienced, whatever I am now, myself, this job also, like Misao said, you might have regretted something. Yes, we also had some regrets. But this is given to me by God, I know. I asked for it. I prayed. Way back, 1990s. And now it will end. I think, I hope, with God. You can be whatever you want. You can ask for whatever you want. But you start your life, you start your day, and you end your day. You start your life, you're coming here to Delhi, you're going back to Delhi. Let it start and end with God. There's nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. If you think money will make you happy, no. Liquor, no. Drugs, no. Women, men, no. Only thing which you can have, which will make you okay, normal, is God. However, whatever I am, I'm telling you, I don't need anything extra. I'm not hungering for anything else. That is all. We might look very senior, you might look like we have authority. I didn't come in uniform because I thought actually I didn't want to wear uniform. Uniform restricts us from uttering a lot of things also. But what I'm trying to share is, we do not become modern or civilized or whatever because of our education or the riches we have, the wealth, the clothes. No. There are lots of countries which are more educated than us, richer than us. They have got lots of things with them. But a lot of countries are now in trouble. They have kicked out God. They have kicked out God from school. They kicked out God from their lives. We don't need them. Now I think AI is coming. A lot of you might be indulging in AIs. You might have downloaded AIs and all these things. What will it lead you to? Despair. AI, I was told it has it is becoming what we call self-aware. I think 15% AI is self-aware. Last time I attended a course in the Supreme Court on the abuses which are being faced by the girl child, sorry. Most of you are girls, many of you are girls. Morphing of photographs from what? From your own photographs. You open up some AIs, you take your photograph, it becomes a cartoon. You know that, no? You think it's so nice. It's very dangerous. And then there are some AI sites in which the children are confessing to them, confessing not to their mothers or to the pastors, but to an AI site. And then what happens after that? The AI records, it's a public this thing. So developed countries are using AI. They are very, very educated. They're well ahead, technology and all these things. But we are here because of our God only. If you forget that, I fully believe what happened to the Israelites will happen to us also, sorry. You might not agree with me, but what I'm talking is quite boring. But as a people, that's the only thing I can see. Sometimes we go to places where a lot of people will not be able to go also. We have got permission to go there. We enjoy this technology. We go there. I personally have gone to a lot of places. But at the end of the day, we come back and what? It's all empty. Finished. No use. You come back to your own room, your Bible, and then that is what props you up. That's what makes you go. So now my talk is only about that these days. We feel nice with money. We try to get more money. However, which way we try to get money. Sometimes we sell our bodies, sometimes we sell these, sometimes we do smuggling, sometimes we do drugs, whatever jo bhi hai. It's very bad. And then we come and show ourselves, yeah, we get new clothes, it lasts for about a week, go back, get a new one, we go to parties, it all ends there, finished. So my request is do not forget, as you have already said, one is do not forget your roots. You are what you are, Poumai, because of your roots only you remember. Once you come down to Delhi, everything becomes, watered down. A lot of your kids would not remember what it's like back home in your villages because they will not go back. The other one is your God. Without that, you will not succeeded anything. I have seen it because of so many years now. Nothing works. You might feel successful, you might think you are achieving something. If you have achieved something on your own and you think that that is without God, then you go and mess up with that very, very degree